Okay, so this lift came out of nowhere. Um, I've been sick. Well, not sick. Sore throat again. Like I said, sore throat. Wasn't able to go as hard as I want to. Um, but then I was able to do so about yesterday. Felt like I had the energy, so we just went at it. And the way I lift with my 5x5 is that I usually like to stay at the same weight for a very, very long time before moving it up by 5 or 10 kilos, which is a lot for 5x5. You know, you're upping it by that much. Um, that's not usually how much you would up it. Um, but for me, because I stay at like a 150 or 140, whatever, for 4 to 8 months, or maybe, yeah, like whatever the time it might be, um, that kind of hinders my ability to understand how much I've gained in terms of strength. So I think that's how this lift today for the deadlift came out of nowhere for me. This was the first session off, off the back of feeling a bit weird, feeling a bit fatigued, and I lifted 60, I lifted 100, and I went through up to 140. And when I lifted 140, I was like, okay, we're not gonna go to 150. We're gonna try 160, and we're gonna try and go high. We're gonna try. We That's when basically I started hunting for a PR. It's That's basically why I do this every single time when I deadlift. Is I always go for 60, and then I go to 100, 140, and then 150. Meaning I'm gonna do the 5x5 for that, or it's a 160, and I'm gonna go up for singles. That's my that's my way of training when it comes to deadlifts as of now. I do want to incorporate rep work because that did help me a lot for squats in terms of giving me some DOMs, giving my body some repair work to do. Felt like I um, hit my legs in a different way. But today, I just felt strong. I felt like, again, like the chest yesterday, I felt like my lower back and my hams hadn't, you know, gotten to, weren't hit properly last time. So they've been able to recover a bit more. I think. I don't know. This is all a hypothesis. This is, this, because it would make sense in a way. It would make some sort of sense. If you take a break for a week, you won't lose strength and you let the muscle reinforce itself or something. I don't know what the molecular mechanisms could be, but you let it rest for a bit more than it usually does. And then you go hard. Then you want to go hard, right? That's what I want to do today after not being able to do so last time and the time before that. Um, 180 um, felt extremely light, which is very weird to say. 180 for me was a PR. I want to say 6 months ago, something like that. And today I pulled it like it was, I don't know, it was like 140. It was just it was just insane. But there is one thing I did notice about my butt, actually. On these lighter lifts, on the 60, on the 100, you can see that there's essentially a 90-degree angle when it comes to the knee from my lower part of my leg to my hams and my quads right there, right? I keep it to 90 degrees, and then I'm able to straighten my legs first before I straighten up my back. When I start to go into a heavier weight, that systemic, like that flow of straightening the legs to straightening the back, that becomes a bit compromised. My butt will start to go up before the weight actually starts to go up, and that essentially turns it into a stiff-legged deadlift, which is not what I want. If you look here, butt lowers, that's still fine to me. The butt didn't raise before the weight started going up. But I think maybe now with 160, 180, that's when I start to compromise. And that's not what I want. This is the exact same philosophy when it comes to the ATG squat. I want to be down there. I want to be, full range of motion. Um, really get the hips going. Um, so this is a matter of seeing the deadlift, which is another thing, the crazy thing to say, but seeing it as a push when the weight is off the ground. And the moment the legs are extended, it becomes a pull. Um, that's what I want to do. I want to push off the ground with my legs and extend from a 90-degree angle when it comes to my knees. And once I've pushed up to straight legs, then I'm gonna raise with my back. I don't know if I'm overthinking that, but I mean, either way, I'm happy. I mean, 200 kg. That's a big number. That's a number that I kept thinking about throughout the rest of my workout. I was pretty surprised I was able to pull it off. This was 180. You know, I was really, really surprised looking over the footage, like how easily it did go up. But again, that might be because I'm raising my butt a bit early. That's not what I want. I want it down. I want it staying down until the weight actually starts moving up. And then I jumped by 20 kg from 180 to 200. Weirdly enough, I wasn't extremely nervous for this lift. The number sounds big, you know, it's a milestone, I guess. But there wasn't a ton going through my mind. And I think that was because of how strong I felt with the 180. It's just, I mean, I had done 190 back in April. And it just felt right. Today just felt right. It felt like it was there. It was in, you know, I was capable of doing it, and I did. I mean, I even contemplated going even heavier. I was contemplating 205, but I think it was the right decision to just take this easy, take it slow. Could I have done it? I don't know. It felt like I could have in the moment, but that's not, you know, this is not something I'm trying to rush. Maybe in a couple weeks I can try 205, but that's just a matter of how I'm feeling. The angle doesn't really give you a good idea of my back position, but my back felt good. You can kind of tell from this angle, I guess, based off how my entire upper body is upright. Yeah, I was very happy. I mean, this made my day. We want to lower it slowly, very shaky legs, not good sign, but we did it. So yeah, really happy with today. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.